Every time you open a website, tap on an app, or type into a search bar, you leave a trail. You might not see it, but your digital footprints are everywhere. Behind the smooth user interfaces and friendly designs, most modern websites and mobile apps are running silent scripts that collect data about you, your behavior, your interests, even your location. In a world where convenience and connectivity are valued above all, the question is no longer if you're being tracked, but how much and by whom. Let's start with websites. Most of them use cookies, small pieces of code stored on your device to remember your preferences, track your visits, and build a profile of your activity. At first glance, cookies seem harmless. After all, they make life easier by keeping you logged in or remembering what's in your shopping cart. But that's just the surface. Cookies, especially third-party cookies, are a powerful tool for advertisers and data brokers. They allow companies to track you across multiple sites, piecing together a detailed picture of your online behavior, what you read, what you buy, how long you stay on a page, and which ads you ignore. But cookies are just one piece of the puzzle. Websites often use tracking pixels, tiny invisible images embedded in pages and emails that load from a third-party server when you view a page. These pixels notify the server that you've accessed the content, and they can capture details like your IP address, device type, and even the time of access. Combine that with browser fingerprinting techniques, which analyze your screen resolution, fonts, plugins, and other settings, and it becomes surprisingly easy to identify and follow a user without their knowledge or consent. Apps go even further. Mobile apps typically request access to a range of permissions: location, camera, microphone, contacts, and more. Some permissions are essential for functionality, like maps needing your location, but others are less justifiable. A flashlight app asking for access to your contacts? That's a red flag. Many apps collect more data than they need, feeding it to advertisers, analytics firms, or even data resellers. Some free apps, especially games or tools with minimal interfaces, exist solely to harvest user data. Your smartphone itself is a goldmine for data collection. It constantly sends signals about your location via GPS, Wi-Fi networks, and even Bluetooth connections. Apps can track where you go, how long you stay there, how fast you're moving, and who else might be nearby, based on overlapping Bluetooth or Wi-Fi signals. This data isn't just useful for navigation. It's incredibly valuable for advertisers who want to target you with precision. For example, if an app knows you go to the gym every morning and visit a certain cafe afterward, it might serve you ads for protein shakes or suggest alternative cafes nearby. But social media platforms are the giants of data collection. Every like, comment, share, or message adds another layer to your profile. These platforms don't just track what you do on them, they also follow your activity across the internet using social plugins, like share buttons and login integrations. Have you ever noticed seeing ads related to something you discussed in private messages or only mentioned in passing? That's no accident. Machine learning algorithms analyze your behavior to predict your interests, desires, and future actions. It's not just big-name companies doing this. A vast industry of data brokers operates in the background, buying and selling user data in bulk. These companies aggregate information from apps, websites, public records, loyalty programs, and more. They combine it into highly detailed user profiles that can include your age, gender level, purchase history, political views, health interests, and even potential life events. These profiles are then sold to marketers, insurance companies, employers, and sometimes even governments. The tools used to track users have become more advanced and harder to detect. Cross-device tracking, for instance, links your behavior on your phone, laptop, tablet, and smart TV. Even if you're logged out or use different browsers, companies can use unique identifiers and behavioral patterns to connect the dots. Voice assistants and smart home devices also play a role, constantly listening for wake words and potentially capturing snippets of conversation. While companies claim this data is used only to improve services, privacy experts remain skeptical. So, what can you do about it? Start with awareness. Understand that your data is valuable and being collected constantly. Review the permissions your apps request and revoke access when it's unnecessary. Use privacy-focused browsers like Brave or Firefox, and consider tools like tracker blockers, VPNs, and encrypted messaging apps. Be cautious about what you share online, even in private messages. Regularly clear your cookies and avoid using the same email or login for every service. But user action alone is not enough. The real solution lies in stronger regulation and transparency. Laws like the GDPR in Europe and the CCPA in California are steps in the right direction, forcing companies to disclose their data practices and give users more control. But enforcement is uneven, and many companies find loopholes or bury consent in confusing terms and conditions. We need clearer policies, stricter penalties for violations, and better tools for users to truly own their data. At the end of the day, the internet as we know it runs on data. It fuels the algorithms, finances the platforms, and powers the personalization that users have come to expect. But that doesn't mean we have to accept unlimited surveillance as the cost of being online. As individuals, we can make smarter choices. As a society, we can demand better safeguards. The first step is asking the right question, not just am I being watched, but who's watching and why.